What a fun rivalry that game is. Every time they play, I'm hooked. Like Canada USA women's hockey is just like there's not much better than that rivalry in sports. Like just in general, like there's not many other games that you watch where you're like, wow, this is incredible.
They turn it up an extra
different level,
like just to an extra level there for sure. Yeah, and who knows? Like you can say because of the lack of parity within the organization, but like at the same time, you got to recognize real like that's some
incredible,
deep rooted shit. That almost feels more of a rivalry than in men's hockey. You know what I mean? Like there is a rivalry. I felt like this rivalry was there because obviously it was the gold medal game and obviously it was in Vancouver. You know what I mean? But it was more of a setting.
That was like,
it was a setting. It was the fact that it was the last medal.
It was a gold medal game.
But it was the last medal of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like Canada was going to get the gold and it went to overtime. Like, you know what I mean? That circumstance
way different. This is a straight up preliminary game between two teams that really this game means nothing. They're both going to the next round.
They go to war though.
But it was a battle and it just feels like everything there is so personal for everyone.
Right.
And like there's so much hatred. I don't know if there's hatred off the ice, but there just seems like there's so much hatred. Like you've got Natalie Spooner going by and snowing the goalie and everyone getting pissed about it and she's just laughing in their face.
But like, you know what though? They're able to keep more of a level head that then it's like, you know what, we're going to take it out in the game then by like scoring on you or by
like they want to beat you.
They remove the NHL's aggression or the male aggression where it's like, you snow my goalie, I'm going to kick your ass. Like
they don't need to punch your teeth.
No. And that's the thing, right? Is that when you watch that, how many times does a scrum happen? Like scrums still happen.
Yeah.
They look very different, like you can call a baseball, like fight not a fight, or like when they all leave the dugout, it's like it's still kind of a bit of a scrum because they're still getting face to face, right? The NFL has little scrums where they just like get in each other's faces,
kind of shoving back and forth. It's the same thing.
Exactly. It just looks different based on the setting, but like they're still competitive. You're right, like they want to win that game no matter what. That is always a must win. Cool. You circle it.
Absolutely. I'll watch that game every game of the tournament.
I would love a 7-game series.
Oh, for sure.
I would.
They tried. They did that little rivalry series. And I think that helped. Like doing that little series and not getting to finish it to see who wins it. Just coming into this, just like already pissed off from the other games you played. And you come into this game and it's just like Canada's pissed because the last Olympics they beat them. And USA is pissed because they just beat them at the World Championships. Like it's so fun watching them. I am so excited to see them go back at it in the hopefully.
And it's like it's nice to see not only it's the same old players, but now it's the other players, like the new players getting involved. Right?
Yeah, dude, Sarah Fillier is taking over this tournament.
The new faces are coming in saying, "Look at me, I'm part of this now." We
recorded our last podcast after game 1 of the women's side of things.
2 there.
Sarah Fillier got 2, and we're like, "Wow, look at this girl. She's got 5 now." Like, did she score last night? No, I think last night was the first time she didn't score.
Okay,
she's got 5 goals in 4 games, and like I think it's 8 or 9 points, and she's dominating. Like they're not just like, oh, she's just tapping in goals here and there. Like she is ripping things from all over the ice and like scoring every which way she can. Unbelievable, and she's 21 years old. It's just oh my god,
it looks so good.
Oh my god,
it's super impressive to watch.
And then Marie-Philippe Poulin just like was kind of irrelevant for 3 games or whatever it was, and then shows up in that USA game and just takes over again.
Okay,
the captain clutch scores on the penalty shot. Like she's back.
Hey, I found your Sidney Crosby.
Yeah,
right there. Okay,
yeah.
Are you gonna tell me Sidney Crosby is someone on the team? No. If she wants to show up in the games that matter, for sure. You know what's great,
bro?
You still won the last 3.
She didn't need to do anything.
No, that is a team player right there.
She does a lot away from the puck. Like I shouldn't belittle her that much. She was really good away from the puck.
It's not nothing.
But just didn't do anything on the score sheet.
It's a stat nothing, right? Like there's intangible things that
it's
never
nothing
going
for
to
her.
Show up, right?
She just has such a high standard set.
But they're intangible things. Like there are things that she does on the ice that you cannot take away from the team.
Yeah.
And that will never show up on a stat sheet. You know what I mean? That will never show up when you look down and say, oh, here's all of her stats. Here's her records. Things will just never show up. Her defensive ability, her ability to even read plays.
Yeah.
Like she has
She's
that
ridiculous.
vision. She has that elite vision of almost seeing like, okay, if this pass goes here, that one's there, like it's gone. We're gone, you know? Like she just picks it up so fast. She's in an extra level with this game.